Hi, ID90 Travel. My name is Mark Diefenbach. I am a flight attendant with Commutair. I got selected to be one of the 2018-2019 brand ambassadors with ID90 Travel. My background is I've been a flight attendant for 6.5 years. Prior to that, I was a federal compliance auditor for a bank, and I became a flight attendant. I was going to do it for a year, and 6.5 years later, I'm still here. I'm still enjoying it. The ability to be able to travel anywhere has been amazing. My bucket list is literally to go to every country in the world. So I'm slowly working my way there. I've gotten to 49 countries. I haven't figured out where country 50 is going to be yet, but I'm sure I'll come up with it soon in between trips that I already have planned. I do work for Commutair. It's a regional for United Express, and I absolutely love it. I get a great schedule, and I have a great group of people that I work with. And in addition to being a flight attendant there, I also am the committee chairman of our union, so I represent our unionized workforce as the liaison between the company and the flight attendant group, addressing any issues, disciplinary stuff that may arise, along with negotiating contracts. But it's great because it gives me a lot of face time with their flight attendant group, because I'm also a jump seat coordinator, and then people come to me when they have issues with non-revving pilots and flight attendants alike. I use my ID Travel and ID90 Travel pretty extensively. If there's places that I can't get, I have to get creative, and eventually I will get there, one way or the other. And this job has enabled me to see the world, and it's remarkable. Working for a United Airlines partner, United has a pretty extensive route map, so that helps, but there are still some gaps left in there, and that's where ID90 Travel and my ID Travel come into play. It's great that we have all of these resources available to us, but we have to stress that with ID90 Travel, there's more than just flights. There's hotels, there's cruises, there's rental cars, there's all sorts of options available, and we want to take advantage of the discounts that we can get in the aviation industry because we are all about saving money. What's most exciting to me about my ID90 brand ambassador experience is I do fly on a lot of other airlines, so I do have a lot of face time with people. I try to fly different carriers almost weekly, commuting around, going to meetings, so that I talk to the flight attendants network and say, hey, do you know about these great things that we have available? Because some people don't realize the resources that we do have available. It's not something that the company readily teaches from what I've seen. It's something that you learn along the way from your cohorts. And when it comes to traveling, the biggest piece of advice that I give to people is get creative and have an open mind. Sometimes you might have to make a connection through a city you've never been to, but if you're determined where there's a will, there's a way when you are traveling. And having the resources available that we do have, like being able to Zed, is phenomenal because European carriers, some of the smaller ones don't have that luxury or even the ability to jump seat as a crew member. So we in the U.S. are very fortunate for that, but it's nice that we have that resource available to us because it enables us to get where we want to go. Maybe not when we want to get there, but that's the joy of waiting for there to be a seat available. One of the places that's on my travel list, I really want to go to Machu Picchu. There's a hotel near there in the Andes that you actually climb up the mountain, and you go and stay in a pod overnight, and then you zip line down the next day. So I have to find someone that's interested in going. I think it'd be a lot of fun and a little bit of a workout, but that's okay. In regards to work, my favorite thing about work is when everything's on time. My least favorite thing, I hate delays. I do value my sleep. So, but that's the nature of the industry, especially coming up on the winter travel season and working in the Northeast. I'm based in Washington, Dulles, so the snow's not as bad, but when I fly in through Newark, it gets pretty dicey, and I'm sure we've all experienced the delays on the East Coast due to weather. Some of the best advice that I can give to an airline employee is, you have to be open-minded and receptive to people, and if you're not, you're going to get left behind. You want to be friendly, go in with an open mind, and you'll get to where you want to go. I've seen some people, they berate customer service agents and are very rude to them, and that's not what we're about. We have to remember we're all in the same industry, so we want to treat each other with respect. and sometimes some people seem to forget that. Especially when you're flying on other carriers. For example, I have an apartment in Germany, and I fly on Swiss Air or Austrian Air a lot, depending on which way I'm taking home. And you want to be nice to those people. Some of those carriers have a slightly different culture than what we're used to in the U.S. So just be respectful, and people will help you along the way. One of my things that I do enjoy about traveling is I love taking pictures and documenting it, but I don't travel alone sometimes. I do have a little friend that I bring with me. I call him Travel Bunny. He started his journey in Sweden. One of my friends who's a flight attendant for another airline, he found him and gave him to me, and he's been all over the world with me. So I just keep expanding his travels, and he gets to take advantage of the ID90 travel benefits as well. But that's me. I look forward to promoting the brand, and I think we're going to have a successful year.